I defend myself because the truth has no lawyer in this country. I defend myself because the courtroom has become a stage for political theater, not a for justice. I defend myself because those who swore to uphold the Constitution now use it as a weapon against conscience. They say I am the problem, that peace will return only if I am silent. But I ask, what kind of peace depends on the silence of the oppressed? What kind of unity demands that an entire people must pretend not to exist? And to my beloved people of Biafra, listen carefully. Do not be afraid. Do not let their prisons break your spirit. I stand here not as a victim, but as a symbol of your resilience. They may chain my hands, but they cannot chain the hope that burns in millions of Biafran hearts. Our dream is alive. Our destiny is sacred. Even from this courtroom, I tell you, Biafra is not dead. It lives in every mother who weeps for her lost child, in every youth who refuses to bow to oppression, in every man and woman who still believes that dignity is not negotiable. They can delay freedom, but they cannot deny it forever. Our ancestors survived the darkest night. Our generation will see the dawn. They say I broke the law, but I stand to remind them that it was the law that broke us first. A law that protects the thieves and punishes the truth tellers. A law that trembles before the rich but crushes the poor. A law that calls our cry for self-determination treason while rewarding those who plunder our future with national honors. I defend myself because this trial is not about me. It is about what it means to be free in a land that calls slavery unity. They brought me to court in handcuffs, yet I walked taller than my captors. They thought chains would humble me. Instead, they made me stronger. For every chain on my wrist, 1 million Biafrans rose in courage. For every insult they hurled, the truth only echoed louder. They say I am dangerous. Yes, I am dangerous to lies, to hypocrisy, to the corruption that feeds on silence. You call me a criminal. I call myself a witness to a crime that has lasted for decades. They say I want to divide Nigeria. No, I want to restore the dignity of a people denied the right to breathe freely. Nigeria was never one nation. It was an arrangement built on deceit, sustained by force, and guarded by fear. If seeking justice for my people is treason, then I wear that title with honor. If demanding freedom for Biafra is a crime, then let every courtroom in this land be filled with Biafrans, because we will never stop. I defend myself because I will not allow my enemies to define my struggle. I am not here to destroy. I am here to rebuild. To remind the world that our demand for Biafra is not born from hatred, but from love. Love for identity, justice, and self-respect. To every Biafran listening, do not let fear cloud your faith. Our struggle is righteous. Our path is clear. They may call you names. They may harass you. But never forget that truth always begins as treason. When you are mocked, remember they mocked every prophet before their words came true. When you are persecuted, remember even the chains of Mandela could not bind the vision of South Africa. This courtroom may look like the end, but it is only the beginning. I am defending myself so that future generations of Biafrans will never have to defend their existence. I cannot trust a court that takes orders from the same politicians who profit from our pain. I cannot rely on justice written by those who have forgotten what justice means. So I defend myself, not because I believe they will free me, but because I must speak before the world's conscience. When they read the charges, treason, incitement, unlawful association, I ask myself, who decides what is lawful in a land ruled by injustice? You call my words incitement, I call them remembrance. You call my movement rebellion, I call it resurrection. Silence, they say, is wisdom. No, in times of oppression, silence is betrayal. If I remain silent, I would betray every life lost in the struggle for freedom, from the war front of 1967 to the streets of Aba, Onitsha, and Nsukka. I defend myself because silence would mean I accepted that injustice is normal, and I refuse to normalize oppression. They tell me to calm down, to stop speaking harshly. But how can I speak softly to those who have killed our children and called it national security? How can I whisper when my people's blood cries louder than any sermon? They ask me to respect the law. I ask them, does the law respect us? Let me tell you something they don't want to hear. I am not the cause of Nigeria's instability. I am the mirror reflecting it. They want to destroy the mirror so they don't have to face their own image. They accuse me of hate speech, but I only hate injustice. They accuse me of promoting violence, but the violence began when they denied us the right to live with dignity. They say I am stubborn. Yes, I am. because truth demands stubbornness in the face of lies. I defend myself because even if they silence every voice, history will still speak. To my Biafran brothers and sisters, whether in Aba, Enugu, Nsukka, Abakaliki, Port Harcourt, or beyond, stand firm. Do not lose faith. You are not alone. I may be behind bars, but I feel your prayers, your chants, your courage. You are the pulse of this movement. You are the evidence that Biafra is not just a place, it is a spirit.